Hi everyone. So today we are here at St. Joseph Institute of Management, Bangalore to understand their leadership philosophy and everything what the institute offers. We have Dr. Caren with us, who is the Associate Professor of Human Resource Management and Organization Behavior. Hi Dr. Caren, welcome
Hello.
on board. And it's a pleasure to talk to you this morning.
It is a pleasure for me to be here.
Dr. Caren, we know that SJIM was the very first institute which got established in Bangalore. Not just the city, in fact the whole state. Now carrying such a rich legacy, we want to understand what does SJIM does differently, what keeps them apart from the other business schools that we have here.
So in Bangalore, as you just said, you know that there are many business schools, many fly-by-night business schools that are perhaps in the space only so long as it is financially viable for them. Therefore, they might not have the requisite expertise to cater to student needs. On the other hand, as you mentioned, SJIM is the first business school in Karnataka. We were established in 1968, and we are also part of a 400-year-old network of Jesuit educational institutions. So we draw on this rich legacy to offer students a few unique benefits among other business schools in Bangalore. First of all, a modern campus right here in the heart of Bangalore's central business district. We're right off MG Road. We provide excellent placements with perhaps the best ROI among all Bangalore business schools apart from IIMB. We have an excellent faculty body drawn from among the best business schools in India and abroad. We provide international networking opportunities and our brand image with perhaps the most extensive alumni network stretching back almost 55 years now. Our graduates are recognized and respected by the industry. And remember that we offer all of this at affordable fees, and we also provide scholarships.
So amazing. I believe the same organization also manages XIMP, XLRI and other institutes, right? So there would be a lot of similarity, at least in terms of pedagogy and other important assets which then the institute students will possibly get the access of.
Yeah.
Right, so amazing. Now, if you can share some highlights of the recent improvement in the ratings and the rankings of SJIM?
Oh, sure. Over the years, SJIM has consistently ranked among the top business schools in India. And we have always been among the top 5 in Bangalore city. So, we've been ranked in the top 125 business schools in India in the Government of India's NIRF rankings. We also are highly ranked in various rankings, MBA Universe, Competition Success Review, The Week, many more. Equally importantly, SJIM is approved by AICTE, Government of India. We are also accredited by the Government of India's NBA, National Board of Accreditation. We are members of the American AACSB Association, and we are moving towards the International AACSB accreditation. So we are continuously striving to improve the brand value of our offering for our students.
So amazing. Now we'll cover one of the most important aspects which the students usually consider before selecting an institute, which is a placement. So if you can share some details on how the last placement was for the previous batch in terms of the top companies who came, which were the job profiles which was offered, the mean and the highest salaries, others.
Sure. So our placements are very strong, both in terms of the percentage of students that we place as well as their starting salaries. So our average salary has consistently increased year on year. And in fact, this year it stands at around rupees 9 lakhs per annum. The highest placement that was offered this year was rupees 22 lakhs per annum. And we consistently place almost 100% of our students. Essentially, every student that wants to get placed is facilitated till he or she does so by our placement cell. And also, you have to consider these are great achievements because almost all of our students have no previous work experience before they join us, and they have no previous, prior networks in the industry. And we place our students as per their preferences. So, for example, in a domain of their choice, marketing, HR, operations, analytics, finance. The other thing is that many of the companies that visit us, many of the top MNCs that visit us, they are repeat. So they come to our campus again and again each year because they find that our graduates make good employees. And also each year, about 30% of the companies that come are coming in for the first time. So we also increase the number of companies coming in. And SJIM, we coach and mentor our students, especially for placements, just before placement season, and right until they get placed, even if that takes many months. Regular recruiters you asked about, all of the top MNCs that normally recruit MBA graduates visit our campus. So we have Accenture, we have TCS, Deloitte, KPMG, Goldman Sachs, EY, Amazon, Federal Bank, several. And they hire in different domains. Due to our long history, our alumni hold pretty prominent positions in India and abroad. So, for example, the Vice Chairman of Tata Steel, Dr. Muthuraman, who's also a Padma Bhushan awardee, was from our institute. And so because of this, we find that many of our students who take up these senior positions or even just HR positions in the industry, in top MNCs, come back to us a few years later as recruiters. Mm-hmm. So that's a great benefit of having a good alumni network.
Caren, if you can just talk a little bit on the internship opportunities that the SJIM provides and the immersion program, what the students can go through.
Yeah, sure. So every student is expected to intern for 2 months in the summer between the first year and the second year. And we facilitate students to get internships. Last year, for example, Morgan Stanley offered our students internships that paid a stipend of more than $1 lakh. And also, I'd like to point out that many of these internships get converted into pre-placement offers, so even before placement season. And then with regard to the international immersion programs, SJIM, we actually have MOUs with business schools from countries all over the world. So currently we have MOUs with business schools in the USA, Mexico, Spain, Philippines, Taiwan, and Malaysia. And so we design what we call immersion programs to give our students very rich immersive experiences in another country. So they last for between 8 to 10 days, and we follow a 3-pronged approach. So they get exposure to university life, and they might do a course, a certificate course in another country. They are exposed to the workplaces and business practices, business models in another country. They visit industries, etc. And they also have non-work related cultural immersion in those countries. So this year we offered immersion programs to Spain, Qatar, and Malaysia in collaboration with our business school partners there. And in the past, our immersion programs to the USA, to Malaysia have been very, very successful. And let me also point out that even for students who choose not to travel abroad, we offer several opportunities to interact virtually with students and professors of our partner business schools abroad.
So I'm sure having such a rich legacy also means you'll be having your alumni base globally spread, right? And year on year, these alumni base will constantly help in improving the performance of the batches which are studying in the same institute, right? Now, possibly if you can walk us through the specializations and the courses which are available at St. Joseph.
Yes, sure. So in the first year, all of our students pursue a core curriculum. Now, in the second year, we have what is called a dual specialization. That is, students specialize in 2 out of the 5 specializations we offer. So 2 out of finance, marketing, human resources, business analytics, and operations. So now, a question might come, why do you offer dual specialization? So that is based on our read of what the industry expects from, business school graduates. So we find that, it's good to emphasize breadth in our program, because the current trend in the industry is requiring students to be able to work in areas that require breadth of knowledge, multidisciplinary knowledge, and application. Now, dual specialization, we offer this so that they can also build depth, not in 1, but in 2 areas of management and business. And this tremendously increases their placement opportunities.
I'm sure the specialization of their choice will not restrict them to apply for that discipline of job, or they can possibly apply for all the possible jobs which are coming on the campus.
Yeah.
Right? So amazing. How about the scholarships? I mean, we were reading in bits and pieces about SJIM scholarships. We got to know that there are some scholarships which are even based on the admission criteria. Let's say people who are coming with decent percentile in the management examination also have. Yeah. So if you could just share some.
Yeah. The first thing is, we at SJIM believe that no student should be denied application, denied admission due to lack of funds. And so as far as possible, we try and welcome and support deserving students into our program. So first of all, I would like to point out that our fees are very affordable. So for 2024-26, the total fees for 2 years is INR 9,30,000. And State Bank of India offers educational loans to SJIM incoming students for up to 30 lakhs without collaterals. You are right, we do offer scholarships. Around 30% of our student body receives some sort of scholarships. Now, we have 3 categories of scholarships. Admission scholarships, like you mentioned, are based on the CAT or XAT scores. Then we have general merit scholarships for the top academically performing students in the program. And we have a separate set of scholarships, which we call the Merit Cum Means Scholarship. This is for meritorious students who are from economically poor background.
Amazing. I'm sure this will also substantiate a lot of financial aid that the students may seek at the time of MBA admission side. Yeah. Now, let's talk about the advantage of running a campus in Bangalore, right? So you mentioned that you were at the heart of the city also. Yeah. And let's say we also know that Bangalore is the Silicon Valley for India. Yeah. Now, how does the startup ecosystem and the top corporates which are available here helps to nurture the SJIM students, if you can?
Yeah. So, Bangalore, of course, like you said, we have the strongest startup ecosystem in the country, certainly, and one of the top even globally. So this means that you have, many firms working on emergent technologies, emergent services and spaces. And of course, a lot of capital floating around and a great demand for talent. So, young grads in Bangalore have a lot of opportunities. Now, students can intern with startups in our 2-month summer internship. They can choose to do any of, around 20 industry-based projects of our curriculum in a startup. And of course, they can choose to join a startup at the time of placements. Now, startups are not chosen by all our students because, we have many established organizations, MNCs, etc., coming to our campus, and, most students would prefer being placed there. But students that do choose startups, they can expect to see a steep learning curve and career acceleration, because as you know, startups, they provide leadership opportunities, they give responsibilities to young people. There are opportunities for innovations to develop frugal solutions, and they get to work on a wide variety of domains.
So amazing. We'll take this one last question, which usually we ask all the business schools is, What is the advice that you want to share with all the students who are looking at SJIM for the upcoming year? What should they be ready with?
What should they be ready with? What do we expect? Well, we welcome a rich, diverse body of students. So, we have 50% of our students are women. We have students from all parts of the country. So we have rich linguistic, regional, religious diversity. We have, students with work experience and without work experience and so on. And when you come here to SJIM, you can expect to be part of this very rich fabric because we have a number of cultural events, fests and sports that allow you to be part of this rich diversity. In order to be eligible for admission in our institute, we expect a minimum of 60th percentile in either the CAT, XAT, GMAT, ATMA, CMAT, or if you're doing the MAT, a 550 composite score. And you should have maintained at least 60% in class 10, class 12 and undergraduate degrees. Now, we accept all bachelor's degrees. In fact, one of the things that we pride ourselves on is that we have a number of students from BA, BCom, engineering, and so on. It just has to be from a recognized university in regular mode. And we welcome students both with work experience and freshers. The other thing is, we give a lot of weightage to the personal interview that we take because we want our student body to be very rich, multidimensional, holistic. And so we look at the entirety of the individual.
So amazing. Thank you so much, first of all, for sharing all the valuable thoughts. Yes. We got all the answers that the students usually come and seek for SJIM and the other institutes in this campaign. In future, I'm sure we'll do more such activities. We'll try to cover all the perspective. Yeah. From what the students at SJIM are thinking and doing, the other faculties, the placement services, and the other things.
Yes.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.